Hello, Violet.
Hello. How's it going
Hey,
today?
good, good, good. So today, what I want to tell you is that we have so many incredible coaches who have now signed up on our website to be able to host either a meal or even a sleepover or just hang out or show some trips and stuff like that. We actually have 23 different coaches who volunteered their hands and said, "Hey, I want to meet with you in different parts of the world." How does that sound?
That sounds incredible. Are they like on the way? Are they in places where we're going to be already? Is it going to be like big diversions to get to them?
For the most part. So for example, there are places that we already know we're going to, like in Auckland, New Zealand,
Mhm.
Munich. And then we have places like Beijing, China, and then lots in London and Zurich, Rome and Barcelona. So
Mhm.
Cape Town, South Africa, Copenhagen, even Hawaii and Amsterdam, right? So there's like lots of really cool places, even Lisbon. So these are all on the trip. And then there's a couple of people who've said, hey, if you don't mind doing a side venture, like, while you're in London, why don't you come out here? It's going to be like a day trip, and then we'll do that. So I'm actually in the process of organizing all of those to just confirm exactly the dates and the locations and all that kind of stuff. But it's truly amazing just how many people have come up and raised their hand and said, hey, let's meet up while you're on your world tour. It's just really cool.
That just sounds incredible. I'm glad we already have friends all over the world.
Well, that's just it. These are people that I've had the pleasure of working with virtually, like we're doing on a Zoom, but have never had an opportunity to meet in person. And so this is going to be really
Right, right.
exciting for all of us. Yeah, it's cool stuff. So, what are you looking forward to the most?
Out of the entire trip,
Sure, start there.
I guess in total, I'm just really excited to just burst the bubble I'm living in and see what the world is actually like. I want to get a better idea of what the real world is and means because I live in such a privileged area and I don't know what it's like outside of this and what perspectives I have that are just completely wrong, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, and it's even just not even necessarily wrong, but different, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
a whole different way of living or being, or just like different ways that people are showing up in the world and society and things like that. So I think one of the greatest things for travel for me was it was such an educational experience of just seeing people in different environments and understanding what that actually meant. My most recent trip to Ecuador, as an example, it's like seeing people who are living in the Amazon rainforest where they are completely in harmony with nature and
Mm-hmm.
they're not feeling superior as humans in any way. They're just completely integrated into their environments. That kind of stuff is just really mind expansion so that you can see like this is how other people live and how we may want to choose to live when we come back to our space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think all those different worldviews are going to be earth shattering to say the least. And I'm not sure how that's going to affect me as a person, but
Yeah.
I know it's going to be wildly different from what I am now.
Yeah. Well, what I love about this too, Violet, is that it's going to be an opportunity for you and I to continuously grow and strengthen our relationship. Even
Hmm.
though we're meeting all these incredible coaches and we're going to get from different stories, different walks of life, and have all kinds of new adventures together, it's also like learning how you and I are together in spaces when there's more time on our hands. It's like we don't see each other that much because I'm working, you're in school. We sort of see each other on the weekends and the evenings sometimes, but this is going to be a much more deeper dive of spending quality time together. And that's going to be really cool. And I'm excited to be able to do that with you.
Gonna learn if I really like you or not, you know?
We'll know soon enough, but we've already committed to a year. So even if you don't like me,
We'll
you're going to have to
find
think
out the
about it.
hard way.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly. So it's great. So one of the things that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to invite some other coaches who are interested to come on to this podcast, and so that they can actually share some of the things they're thinking of with us, some experiences they're looking to share with us, some of the things that they want to sort of tease out about where they live and some of the things that they're doing. A way for us to also acknowledge and thank the many coaches who've reached out to us and told us that they want to spend some quality time with us ahead of time. It's great for us to be able to do that, and then just encourage others of different parts of the world who may have not reached out just yet to see like this is okay. If you just want to hang out for a day or two, we'll gladly be able to spend quality time with you. It's going to be great.
And I just want to say you don't have to be like directly where we are. We will go out to reach people because this just
Right.
sounds like a great time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we have one coach already who said, "Hey, I know you're going to be in Beijing. Would you mind sort of taking a detour and coming to Hong Kong?" And so it's like, if that actually opens up different places we can fly into. So we're looking at how do we change our schedule so that we can actually
Hmm.
go to Hong Kong on the way to Beijing, and schedule some time there too. So it's that kind of stuff, like little
Hmm.
opportunities along the way. So you're right. Even though we're going to be in different parts of France, if there was one coach who'd offered us an opportunity to see her in a different place that wasn't directly on our route, so it's off the beaten path. But so what? It gets an opportunity to see more parts of the country and have some really incredible experiences. So I think you're right. We'll adjust as we need and continue to do this. I mean, we're going to be on the road for a full year, so we have plenty of time and opportunities to adjust our travel plans.
A lot of the places we're going are the big major cities you hear about everywhere, but you get more of a good, proper view of the world if you're seeing these smaller places or just less known.
Yeah.
So that just sounds incredible to be able to do.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, one of the things is that, you and I having lived in New York for as long as we have, it's not until our friends come into the city that says, "Oh, we should probably go check out," insert here, Statue of Liberty, or the Empire State Building, or some of the other places, or even the tree lighting service, in the during the holidays.
Mhm.
It's that kind of stuff that is fun to do, but without having someone from out of town, it's like, oh yeah, because it's always just there. So like
Yeah.
even seeing it from a local's eyes is kind of fun, and it creates a new perspective.
And even for us, I think last year was the first time in my memory I have actually seen the Statue of Liberty. I know I have when I was really young, but it's just something that's so close and so accessible. So I
Yeah.
never think about wanting or needing to do it because it's always an option.
Yeah. Well, and for those people also who are like following our journey, one of the things that I like to share is that it feels a little bit like this stone soup methodology where we've declared like, okay, we're going to go travel around the world. But the best part of traveling around the world is meeting with other people who want to share their experiences, their communities, open their homes, open their tables, whatever it is. Like we want to have the most authentic experience. So rather than, staying in hotels and eating out at restaurants the whole time, which, Elena would think is really fun. I think it'd be
Yeah,
much,
definitely.
it's like really seeing how people actually live and commune and participate. So I think that's what's been beautiful is this sort of outpouring of support has been both humbling and encouraging because it's awesome to know that so many people want to hang out in the world. But then also just the fact that we're going to have so many authentic experiences that we're going to go to these really cool places all over the world. And in doing so, we're going to have an opportunity to meet one on one with other human beings and maybe one to many, a few other group opportunities, and then explore like what it is to be in that space with these folks through their eyes, which is going to be
Mhm.
really a special experience.
Yeah, just getting to see what people actually do and how they really live is not something we ever think about, or at least not something I ever think about. I
Yeah.
always think about the perfect picturesque media, but getting to actually be there sounds fantastic. Is my camera bugging?
Yeah, it is freaking out a little bit. I don't know. It's okay. We're wrapping up toward the end. So if it's
Okay,
okay.
I don't
And
think it's supposed to do that.
how about Violet? We're going to turn off your camera here.
All
Let's see.
right, yeah, let's just do that now.
Yeah. All right. Great. So Violet, don't worry. I'm not shutting it down. We'll next time we'll get the camera all fixed up, but that's going to freak everybody out if we keep seeing that whole spastic thing. But thank you so much, Violet. It's always a pleasure to have you here with me in this journey, having a conversation about what we're doing. I love you. I appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next week.
I love you too. I'll see you then.
All right. Bye.
Bye.